What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lyrics to Go. I'm Daniel Maté. What you're about to watch is a short clip from a recent live stream I did. I do these every Monday night, pretty much. We pick one artist or group or even a single album and just listen in depth, pause, talk about the lyrics, and just get to deepen our appreciation of the lyrical side of things, which is the whole point of this channel. Now, those streams are available to everybody every Monday night. I invite you to come out, check out what we're doing each week. It's always different. If you want to see the entire stream after the fact, that's available to my Patreon subscribers only. And you can become one by going to patreon.com/lyrics2go. There's a whole bunch of other perks as well, including bonus episodes and custom playlists and all kinds of other good stuff. So, hope you'll check that out. And for now, please enjoy this clip.
I agree.
All right, so let's go to the second song, which, I mean, they're not afraid to. I mean, there's a risk of peaking early with a song like this, but my goodness. Yeah, and apparently this song, Tom York wrote it. You wouldn't think. The song was written by York after an unpleasant night at a Los Angeles bar where he saw a woman react violently after someone spilled a drink on her. So there is this kind of haughty, you know, indignant superiority to the lyrics. Whoops, sorry. These chords.
Crazy.
Like diminished or something. What a melody. Where do you come up with that? These breaks. You know what it's like when you have chicken fetuses like squawking in your head. You can't get to sleep. It's annoying. Oh my God!
I never knew what the robot was saying there. I never knew that.
I was 8 years old when I learned that.
What's that?
I was today years old when I learned that that's what.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
there's the title.
I looked at the lyrics today. I saw that. I didn't know that. Didn't know that's what.
And it's the Mac voice. It's the same voice as Fitter Happier. More grandiosity, more. It's getting violent too. You talking to me? Are you talking to me? Are you fucking talking to me? This is the greatest riff of all time. This riff. This rocks harder than. This rocks as hard as any grunge riff. And then 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ambition makes you look pretty ugly.
Kick and screaming, goose little piggy. I'm obsessed with the riff, the guitar that comes in a second on the and of one. Obsessed. Just wait for it.
Hold on, let's go. Or it hasn't happened yet?
Hasn't happened yet.
Okay. That bass line. I guess you must be fucking talking to me, because I'm the only guy here. just end the song here and you would have written a classic. This is like Paco Bell's canon on mescaline or something.
This transition feels very like Beatles-y, like where they would just be like, I'm sorry, I don't know why you can't hear me when the thing is on. This transition feels Beatles-y to me, where they
sure.
Like, let's just blow up the form, just change it, you know?
100%. Yeah. It's almost like another member of the group had an idea that was a separate song. They put it together, you know? And again, it's such a musically sophisticated chord progression. Here's a dominant that goes to a totally different resolution. I know this isn't music theory to go, but I can't resist. It's very beautiful. You wouldn't think lyrics about panic and vomit are coming in a second. Hey folks in the chat, when did you first hear this album? And if you're first hearing it now, what do you think? You know, it's amazing. I was watching the concert version. Tom York plays guitar on all these songs. This guy plays. That's it, sir. You're leaving. The crackle of pigskin. Dust and the screaming. That's what he's saying?
You don't know that one?
The Yuppies networking? No. Oh, Steven, to be 10 years old and hear this album? What album came out when I was 10? 1985? Like Dancing on the Ceiling or something. LimeWire. Are you guys listening on headphones? It's so good on headphones. Wow.
It's so good.
What a song.
This is a cool ass song, man.
It is. It's scary.
Right.
It's vengeful. It's, you know, that grandiosity. But it's not campy. Like it's fully in character.
No, it actually gives kind of like a non-campy, like those, like the, I don't know. It's throwing back for me, like to like some of the early like metal bands, you know, like I don't know, it's giving me
Sabbath?
like Sabbath and like Sabbath, which was like so dark at the time, right? And then it sort of became a little campy. Mm-hmm. And then I'm blanking on the other band I'm thinking of, but even like the more like later 80s stuff, I'm thinking of like
Metallica,
Metallica and Pantera and those bands where they were playing a lot with like form and structure, and they were great musicians, but they were so dark. I don't know. It's almost charactery. I don't know.
Well,
like, you know,
they find the poignancy. They find the poignancy in the hostility,
right?
Because you can feel the emotional desperation underneath it.
The sadness.
It's so sad. It's so sad. And I always say that mixed feelings, mixed emotions are what get me in songwriting and
art, right? In any
art, like, you know, and in musical theater, which all three of us are involved in, you know, like, and one of the things that I can't stand in musical theater, or that alienates me, at least, not that I can't stand it, it's fine, you know, do what you like. People should do what they want, but but like, but when musical theater is just trying to like push one emotion at a time, like here's a very, very, very happy song, or a very, 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 like, to me, that's not dramatic. That's that's like congregational or something. Like
it's great when there's, I mean, it's great, and it's also great when there's, you know, when there's tension between the lyric and the music, and you know, you're feeling like a, you know, either a happy lyric with sad, you know, the stupid example is happy lyric and sad music or something. But yeah, this is like a song too. This is in the I am song slot, and this is in the musical theater version of this. This is the
oh wow.
This is probably maybe song 3, but it, you know, this is we introduced the paranoid android. This is what he wants is I don't know, is
world domination
he wants
actually the
autocracy.
The crackle of skin. Yeah.
If we wanted an I want song, the next song would be a good candidate.
Oh, that's right. Probably song 3 would be the
or an I wish
it's
song.
an I wish song.
Yeah. And I've always made a distinction between those two, and I always prefer I wish songs. Like, you know, my song All I Want it's actually a wish song because it's totally impotent. Like it's not like one of these, like at the start of the show I'm not throwing away my shot, and like by the end of the show he's going to achieve his dreams, but then whatever. It's like it's the poignancy of like going on a mental fantasy of getting what you want, but you can feel the stuckness, and to me, like, it's less heroic, but it's more true to life in my experience.
Well, you know, like you said, we, you know, the time the age, you know, when we came of age, you know, we had a lot, you know, it's that the angst and the irony of it all was, you know, it's
well, not to get like too heavy about that stuff, but you know, I have this argument with my baby boomer mother and my baby boomer aunt all the time, you know, that, and my baby boomer in-laws, that we were fully aware of the dead end that we were looking at. Like at this age, when I was like 15 years old, I was like, wait, there won't be Social Security when I'm old? Wait, I'll never be able to own a home? What? You know, I talk a lot about like people of our...
Because people ascribe that to millennials. People are like, millennials are the first generation that can't expect
I think we knew, because everybody forgets about Gen X. That's why. Because we were forgotten about when we were kids, and we're forgotten about now. Like, we are a whole sandwich generation between millennials who, like, they got a shit sandwich, but they also were told they weren't. Like, we were told, here, kid, here is your shit sandwich. Do what you will with it. Like, you know what I mean? I think like millennials kind of got this, like, you can be anything that you want. And then they're like, wait, hold up, I can't. But I really feel like latchkey kids, we were the first generation, we're at the tail end, but the first generation of kids that grew up with divorced parents, that grew up with single parenthood. You know, my friends were microwaving their dinners at age 10 by themselves. You know, we just had this sort of like our reality, and not that it was horrible, but, you know, there were some realities that were very real, I think. And the first Gulf War, all of that nonsense, you know,
and culturally at the same time, like, to go with the shit sandwich, we had an amazing side dish, which was 1980s music, movies,
and even 80s culture of like like Gordon Gekko, you know. Right.
Well, there was that.
Social climby, get all the money you can and then die. So you didn't fall into that.
There was that, but what I'm saying is that at the same time, because I'm pitying the millennials here, because
I feel for them.
Because we grew up in an era where every subculture you can imagine was busting into the mainstream and creating hybrids and new genres. Like, think of New Wave. Think of like how unprecedented Joy Division was, or even the Police, and the Dead Kennedys, and Suicidal Tendencies, and Talking Heads, and the B-52s, and REM, and then hip hop. I mean, fucking Jesus! Like, we grew up in the era where hip hop was invented, or it was invented in the 70s, but it became itself. We were witnessing culture that was capable of responding to the madness of the world before it got absorbed by it, which happened around the time that Kurt Cobain put that bullet in his fucking brain. And then the millennials grew up, like the people slightly younger than us were growing up listening to like Smash Mouth.
Boys.
But also like, think about the rock world after, like, there was the ironic Beck stuff, but like these corporate bands, Goo Goo Dolls and and like, you know,
Yeah.
Counting Crows, and maybe these, you can like these bands or whatever, but like it was different. They were made by the record companies as opposed to like bought up by the record companies. So and then so when Radiohead came along with this album, it felt like a redemption in some ways, because it came in the middle of a whole bunch of real garbage in rock, at least I think.
I wonder what else came out in 1997. I will look it up while we listen to Subterranean
Homesick Alien. Now I got to make sure I click in Alien, not Blues, because if you play Bob Dylan, you get your computer explodes. I've gotten I'm doing a whole lyrical primer series on Lyrics to Go about Dylan, and I have to use cover versions because Bob Dylan, Jay-Z, Tina Turner,
I've heard this,
and Jewel are the four artists that
Jewel,
get my videos. Because Jewel is such a hugely significant artist.
Yeah.
Just when I'd begun to let her into my heart.
Yeah, you had to. Your video on hands was taken down because analyzing my hands are small. I know. You know.
How many times can you use the word hands? Exactly the same way.
I kind of like
it's
feel bad.
It's true. You know. I was never crazy enough to take my jacket off and stand in the rain. You know, I was never crazy like that. It's so crazy. No, it's the height of eccentricity. All right.
For faux show.